Representing Alien Esports, it is Battle Booty. Mr. BattleB, as Mr. Rotterdam calls him. Our Red Terran player.
So, I've asked both these players about their names, and BattleB says the B can stand for whatever you want it to. It can even stand for battle, which is my personal interpretation. It's battle. But Gerald is in fact named after The Witcher. That is the source of his name. Witcher is a Polish property, and Gerald's really a fan of it. So,
yeah, he is a huge fan of The Witcher, and that said too, Gerald surprisingly can be a little bit of a troll sometimes, which I even get shocked of. Very honorable Protoss player, really nice guy. Biggest room in Poland and best mustache in StarCraft. But at the same time, you know, he actually got Chicken Man going, as the memes were. He's just like, oh, you can just call me Gerald, Jerry, whatever. So that was my introduction before I got talking to Gerald. Pretty funny stuff, no? And in reality, it was, as you said.
So, a little bit about the stakes of this match. BattleB and Gerald are 4-9, but 2-3 this year. So things have really evened up, even though it is still favored for Gerald. And I bet you won't bet, or I bet you won't be able to guess what tournament BattleB won against Gerald in last. It was the last time they played together.
What was that, Renegade?
It was the Chicken Man Testa.
I was gonna say it sounded familiar.
Yeah.
On a Mr. Streamer Man tournament.
Did you get to cast that series or have any recollections about it?
I do believe I did, but there's been enough now that sometimes, I'll admit it, they do blend in together. And BattleB doesn't show up as frequently, though I'm excited when he does. He's a great player. Gerald, Cristiano, Trigger, Rattata, and Han Mono, I think, have the highest attendance record. But Cuckoo is starting to come in a lot.
Yeah, Gerald, definitely an online cups person. He grinds them out, especially in the OSC, which, well, Chicken Man Test is a part of. Proxy Stargate down for a blue player. And so we have an interesting situation in this group because we have 2 3-way ties. Gerald tied with Spirit and Raynor. BattleB. Oh god, I lost it. Okay, BattleB is tied with Hellraiser and Christianer. So
wow.
There's going to be a lot of up and down movement in this bracket. Hellraiser and BattleB are actually tied for map points as well. Although Gerald is right in the middle of Spirit and Raynor as far as map score. So,
did you see this? I like the Widowmine placement in the main base from BattleB. And one thing going for Gerald is he knows there's Widowmines out. So hopefully he proceeds with a bit of caution. If he goes to the natural, there's only, well, let's see. We do get some worker kills, Renegade. But that Widowmine drop is following up behind this. There's Phoenixes coming out of the Proxy Stargate. Or at least a Phoenix. Oh, look at this. Phoenix is scouted. The probe on the Zelnaga Watchtower catching it. And that's a pretty damaged medevac. But Gerald has to be careful not to lose that Phoenix. Beautiful play from our Polish Protoss, wouldn't you say so, Renegade?
Yeah, he's off to a good start, but BattleB is very much a mid-game player. I think once you let BattleB get his push off the ground, and it's been true this way ever since I started casting him in the Alpha X Apprentice like a couple years ago now. It's really hard to stop. Like, he's very much a momentum player, and he gets better and better as the game goes on. I've never seen like a tired BattleB, right? Like you even see a tired Beyond. Okay?
Oh yeah, and BattleB's just constantly building up that momentum, the freight train. I definitely see that with him. And fun thing is, you're saying with, on his perspective on Gerald's, he will say his least favored matchup is PVT. So that coming into play, depending on the psychological position of Gerald with his least preferred matchup, BattleB could potentially be a little favored here today, all depending on what's going on. But Gerald's had great vision, great control, but there are some dastardly Widow Mines. Well, there were some trying to go back out, I guess. Yeah, no, those are some nice Widow Mines, speaking of Beyond. Does this remind you a little bit of Beyond right here?
Well, that was a beautiful blink from Gerald. It doesn't really remind me of Beyond. I gotta be honest, Dave.
Well, how he puts these cheeky, the cheeky Widow Mine placement, that was like not quite so predictable. Gerald was right on it, but more often than not, Protoss players are going to expect the 2 on those outlying corners, right?
I feel like Beyond plays a lot more aggressive with his mines.
Oh no, but yeah, but sometimes it's how he uses them defensively too, is what I'm referring to. Not like I know exactly what you're talking about, but when he's playing against Stargate, he'll put them in really cheeky locations.
Oh my god, he pulled the boys.
Yeah, this is, speaking of BattleB mid-game pushes.
Amount of the boys. But not all. He still left his main mineral line and a couple in the natural, so he's all in up to a point. Like, he's got to get damage done, but he can still shift out of this if he gets that damage done. And that damage needs to be shutting down this third base, so...
Well, the clock's
first
ticking.
Widow Mine falls. Yep.
You see what's researched, and I believe we have energy for... Oh, Psionic Storm lands, Renegade. Storm 30.
It does land. There's no Zealots left, but BattleB does not want to cruise into the Stalkers. Yeah, Moza, BattleB's doing great, huh?
Guest caster Moza, the cat.
So, Gerald loses a Stalker, but storms down 2 Marauders. It's getting tougher and tougher for BattleB. Like I said, he had the opportunity to not be all in anymore, cause damage to Gerald's economy, but it just didn't happen, and he's in very dire straits in this game, I think, Dave.
Yeah, this is looking very rough for BattleB. 36 workers to 74, and he's all invested in army. However, Gerald with the +1 armor, Blink, Psionic Storm, Charge. I don't know, Renegade. This is looking like this could end pretty quickly. Gerald has a 4th base, sorry to say.
Yeah, I was about to remark, like, it is pretty cocky that Gerald has that 4th base, but I think that cockiness might end up paying off. Like,
yeah,
he's been defending so well. He's finally going to dislodge this push the next time BattleB tries to take down a Nexus, I think.
Well, BattleB...
It's the last try from BattleB.
BattleB's in a hurting bit of trouble, potentially. We have Stalkers and High Templar
Oh
pushing
my
from the
god.
west. And, whoa, those mines, though! Those were beautiful hits! And, oh my god, an Archon goes now, too. But Gerald, totally fine. Economically, he's just so ahead, he can do whatever at this point, unfortunately, Renegade. But those 2 Robos coming, I don't know, it's not looking too good for Battle Booty this game.
Why does it gotta be booty? Why can't it be like Battle Box or...
Battle Blocks, Battle Blocks.
Battle Blocks, there you go.
Battle Barn Door. You know?
Battle Bob.
Battle Bob, there you go. That's it. He's Battle Bob. I like that. But this is Ghost 30. EMP's gonna finish here. But again, this is very all-in.
That was a great pick on the Archon.
Yeah.
And remember, guys, Gerald's defense is this flimsy because he fully saturated a 4th base, right? Like, he's been researching upgrades. He's about to have +1. He's not investing everything in straight-up defense, so
No,
He's trying to play a longer game. And in the meantime, Gerald's pushing in with Stalker Zealot at the Terran base, and this won't do a ton, but it will gum up the reinforcements. Cut off BattleB's push at the roots. GG, Gerald takes game number 1.
Well, if you notice that Gerald, honestly, other than, there's some missteps in the engagement, I think he was totally fine to do it. BattleB kept pressuring on the third base, and that said, he did take the fight. Gerald split off down that center choke, kind of putting a little pincer attack on BattleB, though the Widowmine's got some hits on the right at the fourth. The feedbacks on the Ghost actually helped that last little engagement from that point in time. And yeah, so it looks like we're getting stuff set up. That was a good game, though, I thought, at Renegade. How about you? I know it's sadly for our Zerg fans, there were no Zergs in that game in this series, but nonetheless, I think anybody could say it was a pretty good one.
Yeah. It was, I think, one of the more mid games we've seen overall today, but still pretty solid. Definitely not a flub. I do still think the best is yet to come today, though. I am really excited to get to the NA bracket.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're waiting. Okay, now it looks like we're into another game. Viewers, hope you're enjoying this this series as well. We got more StarCraft. Renegade and I are going to be doing Americas as well today. So more to come on the C stream. But we're moving on to game number 2. You excited, Ren? What do you think? You think BattleB can come back?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I actually, I want BattleB to win the series. I think Gerald will, but I want BattleB to win the series. So,
for sure, definitely could be an upset. I am still thinking we have a chance. And do you want to do the honors?
In the top right corner of Hardwire, as a red Terran, it's BattleB.
And his opponent in the bottom left, representing Psystorm Gaming, is our blue Protoss player, Gerald of Poland. Oh boy, it is funny. As we go on, and it's just like you get to know the players from casting all sorts of stuff. Yes, chat, we're aware this is the first time we've been on DreamHack regionals, but we do know a lot of these folks from Renegade, and I do an awful lot of casting and have over the years. You a little more than me, I think, for a number of years, but I've certainly been casting an awful lot as well in the scene. But yeah, it's just funny.
It's you got to make a disclosure here, Dave. We're talking, we know the players, but I think you know Gerald a little bit more intimately. I'm seeing a little symbol next to his name, Dave. We gonna disclose that bias there?
Oh, there is no team bias. Like I'm trying my best at any time.
There it is.
I will bring no team bias.
Actually teammates with Gerald. So
I am, but at the same time, that said, I've been in ESL main chat. Plenty of people can confirm Dave has voted for other teams, other players, even other races at times, with the hashtag whomever. So I'm doing my best because there's so many good players. You know what I mean? You gotta. It's hard at times because you're like, well, I'm friends with this guy. What I really want to see.
Chat history. It's like the other player Dave predicted is Gerald. It's just Gerald's other account, and then it's Gerald's off race. Like,
Yeah, it's
we
not...
uncover this big conspiracy theory. We have to like start putting push pins into the corkboard with like string on them and newspaper clippings.
Yeah,
It's all Gerald. It always has been.
Absolutely. Yeah, Reaper gonna get a nice little scout and potentially get a lot of damage here before the Stalker comes out. Oh, beautiful pull from Gerald. Actually, he's saving a lot of workers. This Stalker is gonna be on its way out. I do like the fact that BattleB is retreating, though. He didn't want to risk it. But Gerald too defensive, Renegade.
He tries the Reaper jump, but there is a Stalker there to block him. It's going to be an adept follow-up. The Twilight Council is finished. What's going to be the tech? It's Blink.
It is a Blinkus Maximus. One thing I will say, though, never put it behind Gerald to go Dark Templar. He is a big fan. More in PvP, but we do see it in PvT from time to time. And I'm sure in chat, that's one thing. You know, I cannot hide my bias toward Dark Templar. Everyone in chat knows it, I'm sure. If you're new here, I mean, my initials are DT. I just can't help it, Ren.
Oh,
No?
they are DT. I never... I see what you did there.
You never noticed that? Like,
No.
now you're like, the memes were meant to be, right? I like, it was legitimately became a thing, and then I'm like, wow. See, I like DT so much. The stars were aligned.
It took me till I was like 13 years old to realize that Ekans was Snake backwards, and then like another 6 months to realize that like Arbok was Cobra backwards.
Yeah.
Blew my mind.
Hey, you know, we have those things. Not so early of a third this game from Gerald. I think he is playing a little more aggressively this game. It's still, like, not too bad. You know, it's pretty standard timing, but going for a fast +1, I think, with this Blink. But it's only 2 gates, Ren. Or initially it was 2 gates. Oh, do you see this? He's going into fast. Fast Robo. Oh no. The moves from Gerald. Renegade, did you see that? That was almost just fantastic pulls, but a little bit of miss micro. And Gerald lost 5 workers there. Could have been a lot more.
Yeah,
But-
it definitely could have been worse. So, I mean, ideally you lose 3, right? But 5 is 10% of his economy now, 11%, something like that.
Oh, for sure.
It's nothing to sneer at.
Certainly a bit impactful, but we are going to see that. It's the Raven tank. Stem combat shields +1 follow-up.
I think BattleB is looking very strong right now.
Yeah.
His push has gone pretty much unharassed. He did get those 5 probe kills. Gerald's going to come in with the Blink Stalkers, but look what's here to meet him. A siege tank and a bunker. He's able to kill a singular Marine. That's it.
Yeah,
That is minimal damage from an aggressive Blink play.
Yeah, I think he wanted him to psych him out into thinking he was going into like a more aggressive Blink build, but yeah, it's only 5 Stalkers. He's going for the immediate Colossi follow-up, that fast Robo Bay, the fast +1. He's getting... Charge is actually going to finish up potentially if we get a little positional move out from BattleB, which should be coming in a while, but again, I don't know about you, I'm thinking it's more along the lines of that +1 stem combat shields timing, and it is going to be pretty tight.
Yep, the holy trinity of Terran upgrades are popping onto the field. When they do, you know, these Marines get their fighting spirit and their very large shields. And that emboldens them to go fight the Protoss. So Gerald, unfortunately, though, is going to have Colossi to meet them with death lasers. It's going to come down to micro, Dave.
It is.
So often does.
And not only death lasers, there's only 1 shield battery behind the pylon in the mineral line of Gerald. He does scout the push out with the Stalkers, but extended thermal lance will certainly be finished in this time, and he already has +1 ground weapons, so I don't know. Ooh, Andy, what? He has a Templar Archives too? Gerald. Really trying to be ready for this. Feedback could be monumental with the Raven if that comes in with this. Ooh, that was a nice couple of hits with the Stalkers, but that one almost completely dead. This is a little weird. Their robotics facility is in a little bit of trouble, as you can see in the natural. Battery overcharge called on it. Not able to defend the troops for a moment. He's just trying to keep this alive, trying to get that disruptor out. And upgrades-wise, I think it's going to even out with the +1 infantry armor and the +2 for Protoss, potentially. Oh, the hallucinated Colossus!
Well, the interference matrix goes on the real Colossi. The tanks are targeting a real Colossi.
Get that disruptor. Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. That was a beautiful catch. Raven scouting it, and a great decision from BattleB. But man, looking like Gerald holds. But the army supply is so good for BattleB, Renegade.
Yeah, I do like the. Oh, I was gonna say I like the 3 Colossi, but you know, as we noted, it's coming down to micro, and BattleB was right on top of them. That Marauder front line just eviscerated the Colossi, and this is checkmate. BattleB has the kill on Gerald unless something literally magic happens.
Yeah, it would take. Oh yeah, it just would take it. That's the game, Renegade. We are back to the cams, back to the fans, and getting ready for game number 3.
That's what we're talking about when we say that BattleB is a momentum player, right? Like, it's just a snowball effect. He's so solid in what he does. Many players were like, they're very good, but they're inconsistent. BattleB is one of the most consistent StarCraft pros. I've never seen a game where BattleB has shown up and just dropped the ball, right?
Yeah, even though Gerald did drop a ball on him with that one disruptor hit during it, but yeah, I don't.
The one.
The one, exactly.
Yeah.
Truth be told, I do think part of Gerald's problem was the fact that he just didn't have enough production. He went very tech heavy on a low number of gates. He just, at the end of it, he only had 6 gates. So like, with that charge, there were definitely certain things he could have done, but he kind of went all over the place. The Templar Archives, I think he should have just skipped the Templar Archives at that point, and kind of hankered down on some stuff, some sentries, and had gates in place of some of it, because he went Robo and Twilight pretty early.
What do you think the moves are that Gerald needs to make here in game number 3 to pull off a win against a player like BattleB? What composition would Dave do?
Well, I would hope he would not do a composition like me, because it'd certainly be a throw. Outside of that, I would say, realistically, I would say no proxies, or no proxy Stargates anyway, but just focusing on macro and trying to get some harassment in earlier. Either that, a full-on cheese. Like something like, I would say, WWHD. What would Hero do? BattleB seems like he's prone to some early aggression. If you could see that. And Gerald has the micro for it. Like, so if he did do a proxy, something like early proxy Adepts, but it's just not Gerald's style usually. So I would say just play it safe, standard, without going too crazy on tech pass like we saw in game number 2. And how about you? All right, we're getting into game. How?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Let's go.
In the bottom left corner of glittering ashes, give it up for the Red Terran BattleB from Alien Esports.
And his opponent in the upper right, representing Psystorm Gaming. Give it up for Gerald. Our blue Protoss from Poland. Setting up for the Reaper wall. What do you think we're going to see out of BattleB this time? Battle Bob or Battle Bill?
Thing. We're going to see a Terran bio push. That's what he does. And he does it very, 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 as you guys saw in the last game. So, I think BattleB has the momentum in his favor right now. I think this is a totally doable match for him. Now, this is one of the most even series, statistics-wise, that we've seen all day.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's still favored to Gerald. It's still favored to Gerald pretty strongly. We just got to watch what happens.
Yeah, and as I said, you are reminding me of said match. And yes, I was casting the match before in the last time in the Chicken Mantesta Open, statistically being the last time. That's actually really, really funny, though, how it just panned out this way we were casting this.
What if I told you that there's another series today?
Oh, what was the other one?
Where it was Chicken Mantesta. It's gonna be Trigger versus Bio Ice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actual facts.
But do you remember which one it was?
That was more recently, I believe.
Give me a number,
Dave. If I was to guess, I want to say number 19.
It was number 19.
I literally had no preparation, chat. You guys did it. And as silly as I am, I don't want to bring up too much. Well, we all know how scuffed Dave is. But, like, I am shocked that I remember that, Renegade. Let's go.
Yeah, no. So, a couple players causing upsets in the Chicken Mantesta, and then maybe causing upsets here in DreamHack. That's oh my god, he got a probe kill. Oh my god, he's gonna get a second probe kill. Okay, I overreacted a little there. I got excited. No second probe kill, but the Adept cancels the shade. See, look, the Adept's afraid of this Reaper.
Yeah, it is, but it is gonna scare away Mr. Probius. It's gonna be another Stargate opener from Gerald. You know what? I don't hate it. It's kind of how he played game one. BattleB going for a 1-1-1 into a similar kind of push. Don't hate it. It worked pretty well, but like game number one, Gerald opening with Stargate. This time not a proxy Stargate, and this time scouted. I think it may be a little different, but it all depends. Gerald seems to like his Stargate opener, so this may actually push him over the edge a little bit, or give him a little advantage. In confidence, anyway. Sorry.
So, eventually BattleB is going to drop these Widow Mines. Are we in agreement there? I think everyone's in agreement. But, these Widow Mine drops are like vanilla ice cream, okay? They can be very good. They can be very delicious on their own. But you can do whatever you want with it. You can put cookies in the vanilla ice cream. You can put sprinkles on it. You can put chocolate syrup and make it chocolate ice cream, like pseudo chocolate ice cream. You can do whatever you want with the vanilla ice cream. And that's what our Widow Mine drop is gonna. He's not gonna Widow Mine drop now, is he?
Look at this.
Oh
He's
my
being
God.
cautious. Did you see that? BattleB keeping SCBs alive, but it was a little war of attrition. Oracle still forced a lot of lost mining time as they were surrounding the Widow Mine. Pretty funny stuff. Gerald not going for any additional Stargate units, Renegade, and going for that fast third. This is kind of what I was hoping he'd do a bit. He's playing safe, but yet a little greedy, which could be because he's building gateway units.
I'm mad and also balding, Dave. I had such a good Widow Mine drop analogy. He's just not going Widow Mine drop at all.
That's very sad.
It's so sad.
I would also like to point out we don't have the Sale 54 supply block from BattleB this game. Had to sneak it in here somewhere as a big Up a Tree fan in honor of Fear Dragon. Had to be said because, yeah, you know, we didn't have the Widowmine drop and consequently not the 54 sale supply block. I want to make it a thing, just like the Arthos' pylon. That's my only commitment I want to do for StarCraft. Is help Robbie's memes come in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And anyway. Looks like we have a lot of Protoss pressure on, even with few units. The Oracle and 3 Adepts going to be annoying.
Storm on the way for Protoss. Gerald just sitting back, waiting for his push to coalesce, waiting for those triple upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he will be dropping a Widowmine. He's Medivacs. 2 Widowmine, as a matter of fact. I still win, Dave. I still win.
You still win, Renegade, but guess what? There's a Phoenix that could potentially... Oh, I don't know. That's a really long patrol path. In a way, I don't hate it, but I really wouldn't have hated another Phoenix being out. You can kind of choke a couple points or get some more damage. And let's take a look at the pathing of these Medivacs. They are going to be out of range of the Phoenix and potentially get drops all along, but these High Templar, the Psionic Storm being researched, and some with some energy. Oh, is Gerald paying attention though? He pulls away. But that's not just that's not mines. It's or bio. It's both.
Here they come. Soccer's down.
Yeah, Blink is done, but Charge is not yet done. Oh, the Widowmine's catching the Stalkers. That's rough. Well, is that rough or is it Gumiho?
I think this is really good from BattleB. He's taken out a lot of units one at a time, and the main thrust of his push just got here. That's the one and only Storm Gerald had at this third location. There's another High Templar rushing to the defense, but BattleB's already backing away. He's trying to bait the Storm, trying to snipe the High Templar. There was just enough energy in the shield battery to save it.
Yeah, that said, there were 7 workers going down behind that, and 2 Widowmines at this little annoying choke here. So if BattleB pushes and Gerald extends into that, that could do a lot of damage to his army, being that he's on Gateway.
BattleB at double the army supply of the Protoss. You expect the Terran to be up in army supply against the Protoss at this stage of the game, but it's also the quality of Gerald's army that is worrying me, that's troubling me, Dave, because, well, the High Templars can definitely get off storms, 2 of them just now regaining the ability to do so, but there's no Colossi, there's no backup splash damage if the storms whiff.
And with that said, there's another double Widowmine drop with Marine Marauder pushing to the side. I think BattleB may anticipate a 4th being taken because he hasn't gotten vision over there in a bit. But no, he's going to go right into the natural, and that is a smart move. But the Photon Cannon, and also a smart move from Gerald. And yeah, Renegade, this is not just mines, it's not just bio, it's both. I think we might see a cancel on the 4th base of Gerald here momentarily. Oh, beautiful blink though. This is that kind of pressure you're talking about in the mid game as we touch into it from BattleB though. He's starting to use those Medivacs, trying to get drops, trying to do multi-prongs, but at the same time he's got enough units where he could potentially group together.
Gerald still has the pressure being put on him. He's trying to scam out a 4th Nexus, but BattleB could definitely shut it down if he really wanted to. That said, the army supplies are closing rapidly. I don't know. He's got to go quickly.
Oh,
Robo base finishing soon.
That said, these ghosts.
Here's the EMP.
Oh,
Storm drop.
I don't know about you, It's just something more classy about storm drops to me than like disruptors and stuff like that in Protoss. It's like, it's not like the wreck storms. You have to micro this stuff and be really careful not to lose that war prism. And damn, those were phenomenal for our Protoss player. I thought Gerald was
those
dead.
storm drops saved him. Oh my god. He's gonna tear across the map, and BattleB is backed into a corner.
Oh, more storm drops. Ooh, Archon is gonna tank a Widowmine hit. Widowmine gonna kill one of the Zealots, two gonna be close by. Observer may just go down to this Widowmine and storm again. Renegade, I don't think this is looking too hot for BattleB right now.
No, it's not at all. The ghosts are being microed very effectively, but like he's lifting off a critical mining base. He's lost 14 workers. Gerald
disruptors. Oof.
Got away with his 4th base, and there's no way BattleB can challenge it. BattleB is losing ground by the second.
Yeah, I guess basically, realistically, he didn't lose the 3rd, right? The game is not over, but Gerald kind of leading in that position for a moment. He's going for +1 ground weapons. He has +2 armor, kind of shifting it up to get that faster upgrade. So BattleB's about to be on 2-2. I really don't think it's over yet. We still have a game, Renegade.
Ooh, okay, one Ruptor picks.
Oh my god!
One Ruptor connects. Yeah, that's a bloodbath.
Huge.
Oh my god.
That was absolutely insane, Renegade. What a Nova. Just decimating a bunch of the army, but it's not over. Look at this. A Zealot run by into the main with the War Prism.
This is very critical. This is coming up reinforcements with Gerald at the same time. Storm drops at the 3rd base.
Oh
not
my god.
gonna kill a ton of SCVs, but definitely softening them up. BattleB loads into the medevacs and is gonna base race, but this is a doomed base race. I'm afraid BattleB just doesn't have enough. His production's being camped now. Widowmines. Wait a second. Widowmines clean up the Zealots. That's actually huge.
Yeah,
BattleB is starting
recall.
to stabilize.
I mean, I know a lot of, like, basically all of his army here. He gets a Colossus, saves some of the army, getting some damage in this. Actually, that's about as best as he could do for the moment. That is a orbital, not a planetary, though, Renegade. Oof.
Oh, man. More storm drops.
GG.